hidden talent.
Is L's
A
secret
secret hidden talent? 3, 2, 1. What did you put?
Breaking a banana in half.
All right, we already started. I don't know how I feel about. I don't know how I feel about starting this off. Interracial couple, white wife already just saying special talent, breaking a banana in half. Why are we starting like this? All right. Phenomenon of humiliating your spouse. All right. We started off on a great one. I can't wait. I know. For those of you who do not know, I'm actually streaming right now. The first time ever that I've actually done streaming. I just thought, screw it right now. Dive headfirst. I had a feeling I was gonna go into streaming like eventually. Like eventually, just because the way that I do like my videos and the reactions, like they look like streams. So that was eventually gonna happen. I don't know why I chose right now to do it, but why not? It's been a couple of months. Quick rundown. Still working on nights. That's I've gotten more used to it now, but trying to make videos and everything and make that kind of schedule switch and trying to, keep up a content schedule. It got to me. It got to me. Need a little recharge, a little burnout, a little bit. As burnout is right now, it's finally getting warm here where I live. So you see the sweating, got the AC on me right now. Trying my best, Just trying my best, trying to make it do what it do. So yeah, first time streaming. Got a couple videos that we're gonna go through today. Just a couple. We got about three of them on the docket right now. Actually, no, I got about four. We'll see if we get through all four. All of them stuff that I normally got to, some it's new stuff. But looking forward to it. Glad to be back. Glad to be back making content again. So let's start with our first video. This one is from Esther Hellis. Hellis? I'm not really 100% sure. But this is to Esther. This is from her channel. It's about a couple days old. It said the phenomenon of humiliating your spouse, which, not gonna lie, makes sense. From Red Table Talk with Will and Jada to what else? What else is on the docket? Akash Singh getting humiliated by his wife. I've been like seeing like titles and stuff about this Key and Peele situation. I really don't know what it is, but doesn't mean I'm not here for it, you know? So we're gonna get into that today. We got a couple other videos today. Some that I haven't reacted to before that I'm looking forward to it. Could be a lot of new channels I'm reacting to. I'm just ready to get back into the swing of it, get back into reacting. So instead of just waiting any longer, let's get to it. The phenomenon of humiliating your spouse.
Secret hidden talent.
Go.
L's secret hidden talent.
Is L's
A
secret
secret hidden talent? 3, 2, 1. What did you put?
Breaking a banana in half.
All right, we already started. I don't know how I feel about. I don't know how I feel about starting this off. Interracial couple, white wife already just saying special talent, breaking a banana in half. Why are we starting like this? All right. Phenomenon of humiliating your spouse. All right. We started off on a great one. I can't wait. Let's see if I got move the camera a little bit. Yes, I'm holding my own microphone. Mic stand's acting weird. Don't even pay attention to that. But yeah, no, this is how we're starting. We're coming hot right now.
What do you mean by that?
I think you know what I mean by that, Drewski. Oh yeah, I was never here reacted to the whole Drewski stuff. Watching that for the sidelines was crazy. Watching that Drewski, the Erica Kirk skit, and everything from that skit up until this point, watching that from the sidelines was crazy, but was also hilarious. Like don't don't get it twisted. That was funny. Oh no. Here we go. Right there. Ignore that. Just getting back to the swing of things.
Okay, so what do you mean by that?
Hi. Sometimes your biggest op is the person you're married to. Thanks to comedian
Hey, sometimes that is true. Sometimes your biggest op is somebody you're married to. Hey, what we've seen over the course of the last couple months, couple years, yeah, yeah, some of the biggest ops that some of these people have been the person they said to have and to hold in sickness and in health, for better for worse. We are definitely in the worst of that. This is we are in the worst stage for some of these people. And who knows, it might make them stronger as a couple. Or might ruin them. We don't know yet, but we're gonna find. I'm sorry. That's not funny. You get humiliated by your spouse is not funny. But when you're doubling down on them not doing it, and then they triple down on humiliating you, then it starts being funny. It starts being funny a little bit. At some point, it starts being fucking funny. I'm sorry.
Akilah Hughes, we now have some idea of why Key and Peele, Lock and Banana, possibly had ended sooner than we assumed. Now, everybody raise your hand if you knew that Keegan-Michael Key had a wife.
Did I know he had a wife? I just assumed. I mean, he's wearing a wedding ring. I think I've seen his wife at like red carpets and other events and stuff that the Key and Peele have hosted. So was I like aware? Like I'm not that tapped into his life like that, but I have seen him with his wife. So yeah, kind of. I don't know. I don't really care about celebrities' life that much.
Now put your hand down, because no, you didn't. No, you didn't. You did not know she looked like this, and you did.
Did I know what she looked like? No. Did I think she existed? I mean, he's wearing a wedding ring, so I assumed he was married. Maybe you didn't know his wife, because I don't know. You go outside and have a job with responsibilities, so you don't have like the free time to like be so involved with celebrities' lives. Yeah, I keep doing that shit. I keep doing that shit. Here, I'm gonna take it back like 10 seconds. Like I said, relax. Work in progress.
Michael Key had a wife. Now put your hand down, because no, you didn't. No, you didn't. You did not know she looked like this, and you did not know he was married, okay? She did this sort of jazzy retelling of events where she had collaborated with Michael in the past and also his wife. So fun.
Locke is gonna use his name to carry you to the forefront of pop culture.
I'm sorry. I couldn't sit through that Charlie Brown mess. I love you, girls. You're very talented. You're gorgeous, but holy God, I could not sit through that. Let me just summarize it for you. She leaves her job to work with this collaborator and his wife. She describes that working on the show should have been a pinnacle of her career, but instead it kind of ended in failure, and it fell through because behind the scenes,
WGA strike shut down the entertainment industry. Bob Iger then canceled every single show in production. Huh. So amidst the strike, I feel like it was the most recent one. I think within like the last, like, I think 2-3 years. I'm not 100% sure, but I was aware of the WGA strike when it was happening. So damn, they just canceled every single show like that. That's crazy, bro. That's nuts for real. That's really nuts. Hold on, I gotta check something real quick. Hold on. Hold on. Just checking something. Hold on. Just checking something out real fast. Pardon me, my bad. My bad. Just anyway. But yeah, no, I was vaguely familiar with the WGA strike when it happened, but damn, I didn't know Key and Peele was one of the casualties that came from the strike that occurred.
as much as they were a fan of him, they were not a fan of his wife and all of her notes and her suggestions. She threatened to sue.
Her telling comedians how to be funny. Wait. So was his wife not working in entertainment before she basically became a consultant on Key and Peele? So your wife, who I'm just gonna assume by what's being told to me, your wife was not your wife was not any way, shape, or form involved in like either entertainment, comedy, stand up related to what the Key and Peele show was, and all of a sudden now she's on there giving suggestions to people on how to be funny when this was never her industry to begin with. Yeah, no, that definitely will be. I could definitely see that being very, very, very filled with conflict, a little bit of resentment, and a little bit of just like, is she really trying to tell me how to do my job? I could, yeah, yeah, if that's what was going on. I could definitely see why there was a bunch of issues, and probably why there was more than just the strike that led to the end of the show.
And all of her notes and her
I'm trying to catch this right now.
a fan of him. They were not a fan of his wife, and all of her notes
Tried to shape the pilot. The more frustrated she grew when Hughes and the rest of the writers didn't like her ideas, so she threatened to sue the network for what? You can't sue me for not liking your ideas. Okay, so if you could get, bro, 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 you can't sit here and honestly tell me you're mad because I don't. You can't sue me for not liking your ideas. That doesn't make any sense. Like that makes absolutely no sense. Like you can't just sit here and just do that. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like no. Like what are you doing?
notes and her suggestions. She threatened to sue. And obviously, the showrunners were like, hey, let's get rid of her, you guys. I'm sorry. And of course, she took her husband with her. The project had to be reworked, but by the time the project was reworked, a writer strike took place. And
So all of this occurred before the writer strike. So now there's issues happening in the writers' room because they don't like your ideas. Because who are you? You threatened to sue the network because they didn't like your ideas. Obviously, the way to go. And when they didn't compromise on that, you left the show, and that's your husband. He's going to stand by his wife. Left the show with you. He's the key in Key and Peele, so we don't have Key. We're kind of screwed. Then the writer's strike happened, so whatever could be salvaged was just had no chance. Hell of a backstory, right? I had no idea about any of this. That's a hell of a backstory to the end of one of the most popular television shows. Not just in Comedy Central, but Key and Peele. People still make references to Key and Peele to this day. That's how culturally relevant Key and Peele was and kind of still is with the references to even to this day. But damn, that was the end of that show. I ain't gonna lie, some of the littlest, most pettiest things in some of the greatest television shows or some of the greatest forms of entertainment. It's just little petty shit. And it's wild work.
the project just fell into ashes. That was probably her first interaction with who we all presume to be Elle Key, Keegan-Michael Key's wife, because again, it continues. There is a Dumois blind item that describes an interaction she had at a restaurant. Whenever
What?
there's a Dumois blind item,
Dumois, awfully stylized as Dumois, is a popular anonymous Instagram account and media brand with over 1.5 million followers that publishes crowdsourced celebrity gossip and blind item rumors without names. The name is French for "to me." Is that like "me too" but backwards? It's like "me too," but it's like for celebrity gossip. Well, no, I'm seeing "to me," so I'm just like the first thing that popped in my head is like "to me," like "me too," like it's kind of me. I don't know. I'm probably being dumb right now, but I'm getting really deep into like celebrity slop because I had no idea about this. I'm not surprised his Instagram account's reporting on celebrity gossip, but I didn't know it was an anonymous Instagram account, was just crowdsourced celebrity gossip. So it's people who see celebrities out in their everyday lives, see them doing ridiculous stuff worth posting, and then they post it on this account, I guess. I'm not gonna pull it up now, but maybe eventually at some other point I might pull it up. Who knows? They might got some stuff for me to react to. I might pull it up for that. You never know. I could definitely see that being a thing for me. Yeah.
that describes an interaction she had at a restaurant.
Whenever I see him, I can only think of his wife.
Whenever I see him, I can only think of his wife. She has a bunch of food allergies, and she had an allergy attack about a eucalyptus plant by her table at Tribeca Grill on the celeb sighting list, acting like she couldn't breathe. Plant was fake, and I showed it to them. She just said, "Oh," and acted totally normal after that. He was very nice about it, apologized, and left a good tip. Wait, hold on. Hold on. So you're telling me that first of all, it's a fake eucalyptus plant. Plant was fake. Okay. So you're telling me because you're telling me that yes, you are allergic to eucalyptus. But are you telling me that you went well, first off, what's hilarious about this? Like what's hilarious about this whole thing is that you for acting like you were not breathing from a eucalyptus allergy that you probably have, but the plant was fake. So your symptoms make no sense. You pretending you can't breathe makes no sense because that's hey yo that hey whoever wrote bizarre though was so right. Whoever said bizarre was so right about that because that makes no sense. That makes no sense. You acted like you were dying, but you were literally by a fake plant and were already consuming the symptoms. Like, the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
She has a bunch of food allergies. And she had an allergy attack about a eucalyptus plant by her table at Tribeca Grill, acting like she couldn't breathe. The plant was fake, and I showed it to her. She just said, "Oh," and acted totally normal after that. He was very nice about it.
I don't know how you act normal after you just faked allergy, like I can't breathe attack. You get told the plant's fake. You act like, all right, that's fine. The plant was fake. Why were you acting like you couldn't breathe? You didn't even know if the plant was real. I don't even know if the plant touched you. It sounded like it didn't touch you. Let's talk about this plant by her table. So it didn't even say she touched it. It just said it's by her table. And again, it's fake. Okay. Strange.
And apologized after he left a good tip. Bizarre, though.
Akila also continues as well to describe that she had even been warned about Elle, that she had gotten a call from, allegedly, Jordan Peele's wife, Chelsea Peretti, citing that
Wait, is that Gina from Brooklyn Nine-Nine? I did not know his wife was Gina from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Like I said, I don't know these people's personal lives, so that okay. Like a shout out Gina from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Okay, I see you.
and I quote, "There's no accounting for how much money she's cost that black man." I don't know about you, but if you look
Oh my god, yo, okay, it's wild. Oh, that's wild. Hold up, go back. Hold up, y'all gotta see these captions. You have to see the caption. What she
at this
says.
woman's face,
There's no
for how much money she's cost that black man. I don't know about you, but if you look at this woman's face, she would say some shit like that.
That she once poured alcohol on her birthday cake, and this person is sober.
Her actions really do make
And
What?
this person is sober.
Based on reports and comments, Chelsea Peretti is considered a sober comedian. Spoke about choosing. Oh, and wow, and then the wife went and poured alcohol on her. Wow. I'm not gonna lie. Michael Key's wife sounds like an asshole. Keegan Michael Key's wife sounds like an asshole. Like genuinely. Like it just sounds like an entitled person and an asshole. And they're who knows? All this could just be gossip. She just might have a personality that other people don't clash with. Or she might actually be a terrible person. Might be. I don't know. I've never met this person. But it sounds like many people have interacted with her who have either slim or absolutely no nice things to say about her. Okay. All right.
Her actions really do make you wonder, why are you married to someone with this level of star power when you very clearly and obviously cannot handle it?
Well, well, how long were they together? Oh, kind of blocking her face. Well, how long have they been together is the question, because I don't know. She might have been with him since before he got famous, and now he's famous, and just she probably didn't grow up around fame and all that, and neither did he. He's just famous, like talented. He got his big break, so it's just like I don't know. Maybe they've been together long enough to where neither one of them have been used to fame, and I guess she's still not. Why is this? I get bringing your wife onto like late night television, have her like bring her to. I don't know why she's on. Why can't really? I don't know. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I think it's weird that she's like having all these appearances and she's like not the talent. But hey, if he wants to bring it, it's his wife. If he wants to bring his wife on there with him on these late night shows and these interviews, hey, it's not my wife. It's not my career. He could do whatever he wants. I just think like I don't know, like you're not the talent. Yeah, I don't know. Late night television promoting something, I don't really know. If it's like a laid back like interview, like a podcast, it's one thing. But just I don't know, late night television promoting some shit, I don't know. Man, I don't know. Maybe I'm weird like that. I don't know.
Has a show business background. She tried to be an actress, and when that didn't exactly pan out for her, she kind of took a step back to becoming a producer. Along with that, being married to someone of Keegan's status, I can imagine there's a level of insecurity that she feels.
I mean, maybe. Like I don't know if she's like insecure, but I don't know. I have heard about certain people who are like in like the entertainment industry, whether that be like acting or like television, like dance, even like stuff like that. It's just working like being with somebody in the same industry and they make it and then the other partner doesn't. I've heard that lead to resentment in couples, so maybe, or I don't know, maybe she doesn't see his resentment. Maybe because he made it and he's given her like an opportunity that maybe she couldn't get on her own, probably. I don't know. It could be nepotism at that point, but I don't know if she's like resentful of him because it's not like he's not helping her get opportunities. It'd be different if he wasn't like going out of his way to get her certain opportunities, like on Key and Peele and maybe other like producer roles. She probably wouldn't have gotten off her own resume. I don't know, but resentment. I don't know if it's resentment per se. I don't know. I don't think it's that. It could be. I'm not saying it can't be, especially since they work in the same industry. Like she wanted to be an actress, she probably wanted to be on TV, and had to step back and be a producer. Probably producer's not the thing that she attended like initially wanted to do, and then she just like ended up in that position. But I don't know. She might be resentful, but I don't know. It might be just that I don't know. Maybe she thinks she's owed this. Maybe she doesn't resent him. Maybe she's just resent other people who think she doesn't deserve this position. I'd probably say that closer.
Think that he's a successful comedian. I think he's been regularly booked and busy. And I know there's some people who say, hey, he should be as big as Jordan by now. She had also been barring him possibly from collaborating with Jordan. They also say that Get Out might be a documentary about his life, that the Megan.
What a low key that he made that movie. Hey, I'm not saying that's true, but what if he low key made that movie just to be like, hey yo, Michael, like I gotta let the people know you were. If he actually did that, that would be fucking crazy. It'd be ridiculous and it'd be petty, but that'd be crazy if he made the movie Get Out to like say like, "Yo, my boy Michael's in trouble. Somebody help him." One of the most successful movies of all time, monetarily and pop culturally, it's as a way to just be like, "Yo, my man's is in trouble. Somebody help him. He in trouble." Oh my god, that'd be crazy if that happened.
Sketch might exactly be about her. You guys, allegedly.
I asked my agent, I'm like, should I fly to London? Should I warn him about what I've heard? And she said, that's a grown ass man. He chose to marry that person. Don't do it.
While the actions of El Key are alleged, I do have to say, with Akash Singh and his wife Jasleen,
Now, this I'm more familiar with. I've been watching this on the sidelines a lot more, been paying attention to this. This Akash Singh situation led all the way to him quitting Flagrant. He's going to be doing his own thing, trying to rehab his like image in his own way. So he's not going to be on Flagrant. So it's just going to be Schultz, Alex Media, and Mark. So I don't know. Akash has been having a rough go of it ever since people started covering things about his wife and just certain interviews and certain other like social media posts and like lies that she's done. And it's just led to just a terrible go of it for Akash. It's just been bad. And I like Akash. Akash, he's kind of funny. He has his funny moments, but it's like been having a very, very rough go of it lately. Just very rough go of it.
there is no short of documentation of her embarrassing this man.
Have you seen his Instagram thumbnail? You know I've shown that to multiple dudes.
I've also shown it to multiple people.
If-
Nash just puts his dick out on the table.
My
You know when you get on the subway and there's like a homeless person sleeping and like everyone has to get out of that car?
Yeah.
That's what my husband's smell like. I'm actively trying to have it.
I know. You know, you know, these are certain conversations you probably have with your girlfriends, not on camera, not with very, very great sounding microphones, not in like very, very good lighting in 4K. That might be better than 4K. Oh, and on live internet where everybody can see this and use this against him and probably DN him and tag him and all kinds of other things that they more than likely did after these said things came out. I don't know why you're doing this. Like, what do you get out of this doing this? I'm being so serious. Like, what do you get out of this? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to figure out what exactly you get out of doing this right now. Of just blatantly, like, humiliating your husband. Like, I don't get it. Like, what did he do to you to deserve for you to just go around talking about him like this? Like, seriously, like, what did he do to you?
G, because this couple is so
Hold on, what did she say?
trying to have it. G, because this couple is so good looking.
I get saying the couple's good looking and saying they look good together. Saying you're really like trying to have an orgy with this couple? All right, that's a little step too far, bro. That's a little step too far. I don't know why you got to be this flagrant. I don't know. I know your husband's on a show called Flagrant. This isn't even flagrant. This is just like the audacity of this is kind of wild. Like the straight up audacity of you to be doing this is crazy.
This is like a humiliation speed run for this woman. Dear God, please get her away from a camera. I cannot get over the clip of her speaking to her friend about her husband and about
Oh God, I didn't know this is the same friend. Oh yeah, no, the way she was talking about her husband, I don't know how that friend did not check her in that moment. Because that is your husband and your friend over there, your very close friend over there, saying some wild, just flirty, just borderline lustful things about about your husband. That would have made me uncomfortable. That would have made me uncomfortable. Like, I don't have a wife, but if my close friend was saying these comments about my wife, I was somebody like, bro, are you good? Like, why are you just like keep going on about? I know my wife look good, but what do you keep going on about this for? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, ridiculous.
wanting to boink her husbands. I don't. First of all, the patience, because personally, that would not be my friend sitting across from me. But then also the audacity.
Exactly. Yeah, like no, like how are we gonna be friends with that? And you, this is the way you talk about my husband. Like, what the fuck? I get he attractive, but bro, get off his dick. Because you really sound like you're trying to be on his dick right now. The way you just over here just overly lusting over this man. Like, yo, you need to chill, bro.
Girl, like, hello. Jasleen is, famously the housewife of Akash. And Akash, he's a stand-up comedian. One of his biggest promotion belts has been being a part of Flagrant, which is the podcast he has with Andrew Schultz and those other two NPCs. He's got
I mean, she's not really inaccurate. Alex Media and Mark are essentially NPCs, just there as a laugh track for Andrew. And now that Akash isn't there, that's one less laugh in the laugh track for Andrew's shitty jokes. So he probably needs to find another person he could put on the podcast that'll laugh at his shitty jokes. Or no, maybe Mark and Alex just gotta laugh harder now since Akash is gone. I don't really know. But he needs people to laugh at his shitty jokes. It's the only way he feels better.
a very seasoned career on his own, and for her, she's at best a stay-at-home housewife. That can be a little boring. That she deserves to have a creative outlet. Does it have to be this podcast? It was almost like she was giving the fans more ammunition, and they were not too kind to Akash, and it became
Not only does his wife hate him, but none of those guys are friends to him. Oh, fuck.
became very unbearable for him to show up on the podcast. So eventually,
What was that comment? Flagrant must think we're Akash level of stupid.
to Akash, and it became very unbearable for him
Will Smith walks so Akash can fly. Okay. All right. All right. You didn't need to say it. All right. That last part, you didn't need to say that. I'm going to click past it.
to show up on the podcast.
You did not have to. You did not have to say that shit. You could have said Will Smith walked for Akash. You did not have to say flying on his magic carpet. You could have calmed the fuck down. Then again, it is the flagrant comment section, so that's not really that far off from how they would fucking interact with us. Oh shit.
Podcast. So eventually he took a month break off, and after a month that turned into I am leaving this podcast and I am not going to be on the podcast to explain myself or give a final episode. There are some people who say the fans deserve a final episode or a send off or a goodbye. No, I have to call people out on this. The fans have been the most critical of him. I would not face the same people who were critical of my relationship to be the same.
If Akash didn't come to that last episode and stuff to say goodbye, you know they did not end on good terms. So he really let that woman ruin his life. Yeah, why would I give y'all a final send off if this is the type of shit y'all saying to me? Like for some reason, like you thought you could be this way with me and then all of a sudden get like a proper send. Why? Like, why would you think you're entitled to that? I don't understand. Like, how are you gonna come at me hard in the paint the way you did? And you think I'm supposed to give you like a heartfelt, like send off, like a goodbye, like what? Is this like when? Nah, I'm not about to say that. Nah, it's a stupid comparison. Anyway, no, you don't deserve that. The fuck is like he didn't give us a proper send off, and stop being a little bitch. Calm down.
People who are sympathetic that I'm also leaving the podcast because of the strain of my relationship. Well, we've only just been making fun of you. Why don't you want to come back and tell us that you're leaving? I don't think there was another decision for him. Like, to come back on the podcast, he'd be such a distraction. I believe he had an agreement with his wife, and this is my personal speculation. If I can't have my creative outlet, then you can't have your creative outlet. And if this is going to be the betterment for our relationship, then so be it. Ultimately, it really does suck because, the podcast wasn't just a creative outlet for him. It was a financial means for him. It was a way to promote his shows. So for me, it's like, I know it sucks. It's just bad overall. And I know
that was also true. It was another way to sit. Because they would do a lot of ads about certain shows they're gonna do if they were adding more tickets, if they were adding more shows on the tours. So he just lost Yeah, she's right. Not just a creative outlet, but like an outlet to promote his stuff. I mean, he can still go on like Instagram and other social medias and do it, and maybe he could do like other podcast appearances. But yeah, Flagrant was what he used to promote his stuff the most. Like he's on the podcast, he gets a sizable audience. Yeah, that. Why would I not promote like tour dates for my comedy shows, or promote my comedy special on my fucking podcast? But now he doesn't have that podcast unless he's going to start a different podcast, which I don't know if that's going to be a good idea, especially now that he didn't give them a send off, and now they're still going to be going hard at him. Now that it seems like they think his wife is the reason why he quit the show, which I wouldn't be surprised that's one of the reasons. I don't think it's the only reason. Do I think it's a good? If I were to get a percentage, I would say high 70s, low 80% that what's going on with him and his wife is the reason why he left the show. High 70%, low 80% of what I think led to him leaving the show. But yeah, no. That's just one less marketing tool that he had to promote his things. All because his wife wanted to talk about him in a flagrant ass way to multiple people on her podcast, to where now he's getting humiliated all over the internet. Nice. Nice.
There are people who are going to say, well, he shouldn't have left. I still believe he should have left the podcast. I think it was just going to be too distracting for him.
Oh, yeah. Him bringing his wife onto the show to explain this. Like, at that point, it's just like, bro, give it up. At that point, you're over explaining, you're doing too much. Like, at that point, you just need to just call it. Like, you have her on the podcast trying to explain what popping pussy means because of some of her Instagram stories. Bro, call it. Just call it a day, bro. Just go home. Just go home at that point. Just go home at that point. At that point, just say, fuck it, go home. Like, serious.
Probably ruin his mental health. And in a field where you have to make people laugh, I get it, but it sucks. So what do you guys think? Personally, for me, I think that just because your relationship is somewhat public, or you are in a relationship with a public figure, there doesn't need to be two main characters. Can you imagine rolling over every night and then the biggest op you know is like right there? It's like, oh.
All right, that was a good video. Like she says on the computer, subscribe, check out this girl channel, check out some more of her content. There's some good stuff right there. I will post a link into the description of the video for this. But yeah, go check her out. It's a good video. It's good.